All right, it is officially day 2 of our 25 days of craftmas. It's so hard to say. In my head, it sounded good, but now I'm kind of like, this is stupid, but whatever. We're rolling with it. It's done now. So I am at the market. I'm working. Still not feeling 100%. I don't think I'm necessarily like sick. I think I'm just tired. Um, because I mean that seems to be the extent of it. Is I have zero energy. So just like in my head, I am having a hard time concentrating on things. I really just want to go take a nap. It is cold, it is rainy, and it just makes me want to just go curl up in my bed and go back to sleep. But the work day must go on. That's just part of being an adult. So anyway, let's get started with what we're doing today. So currently I have been working on mocking up some stuff for hat and t-shirt orders that we've got ongoing, getting some quotes and stuff together. So, you know, working and doing businessy stuff, but I also have to stay on top of getting these projects done. So I'm continuing with crochet for right now. There might be more later on today. We'll just see how far we make it with the computer work. We also have an event coming up December the 13th. So in 11 days, we have a Christmas market that is going to be out here at the market, which I'm really, really, really excited about. We had a blast last year at the Christmas market. It was cold, and I have a feeling it's going to be cold again this year because we have been colder than normal. But it was still a lot of fun. So I'm excited to get that, but I'm running way behind on getting, all the bits and bobs and everything settled away because it's just been absolutely insane. We're finally past Winter Wonderland, which I'll have to put in a little clip of Winter Wonderland. If you are not at all local, because I know that we do have a lot of people local that follow us, but I'm sure we have a fair share of people who are not local that also follow us, so they have no idea what we do here in Williamston. But we try to go all out for what we call Williamston Winter Wonderland, and it's like the whole 9 yards. We have the entire town hall is decorated to the nines. We have every hallway is slam full of Christmas trees that people in the community and the businesses in the community come in and decorate. There's a big Christmas market inside the auditorium. There's food trucks. The mayor, he reads 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and gives out cookies. We have the local churches come and give like a little Christmas sermon where there's singing. We have a Citizen of the Year. There's a tree lighting. There's Santa. There's characters. We have right directly across the road from our town hall is a historic park. It's actually the second oldest park in the country. Just fun fact. And so we have this historical park that's directly across from our town hall, which has a mineral spring in it. So it is called Mineral Springs Park. And we do a lot of events in the park, but at Christmas time, it gets decked out, Christmas decorations. It's drive through, or you can get out and walk. Santa's in like this little cabin. We call it the Santa hut, but it's like a little cabin that's on the property. There's live nativity scenes. And during Winter Wonderland, we had horse and carriage rides. We had the little miniature trains running around. We had a 30-foot tall inflatable snowman bounce house. We had a big inflatable event tent that we set up fake snowball fights because we don't get the real stuff here hardly ever. So it was like the little plushy snowballs, and we had like I think like 30, 34, 3,600 of these snowballs, and like inside this big inflatable event tent, and we were letting all the kids go in there and just go. I've got a clip of that. As a matter of fact, I can drop in. But yeah, I mean, it's this whole big thing. We do s'mores, and it's like the whole town comes out, and we all just enjoy kind of kicking off Christmas, because you have Thanksgiving, and it's always the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So, it's like our big kickoff to the Christmas season, and it's a lot of fun, just a lot of work. And I feel like everything we had leading up to there, we had like multiple caterings leading up, and just a lot of work. So, anyway, tired. That's all to say. But let me show you what I've got planned for today's project. Um, it is this. This is a beautiful, like, mosaic cotton, and this is going to be a bag. And this is how far I've gotten on it so far. I'm using 100% cotton yarn. That's Lily Sugar and Cream, and I'm going to be going in and doing this pattern. But before I can get to that, I've got to finish what I'm doing now, so I will pop back in when I actually get to work on this. All right, it is a little bit later now. I'm taking kind of a break from the computer, even though I'm not done with what I need to get done on there. I do want to just kind of look away from the screen for a little bit, get hands on, and work on this project a little bit. And I really didn't dig into too many details of this earlier. This is a like boho kind of style bag that is going to be made fully out of cotton. It will have a liner in it, so it's really, really pretty. I just thought of something. If you can hear like this rattling noise, this is the little space heater that is at my feet, and I'm cold, so hopefully the sound's not too bad. Anyway, so this is a pattern that I purchased. I believe it's Periwinkle Crochet that made this pattern. It is gorgeous. I love this, and it gave me so many ideas for how to add in similar motifs into other projects, and like it really gave me some inspiration for some other things. But I'm loving working through this, and it's teaching me a little bit about how to do the math in creating a pattern like this, because if I'd went into this blindly, just trying to kind of come up with it on the spot, I definitely would have made some major, major mistakes. But now, like actually working on somebody else's pattern, I'm kind of learning how you have to do the math for this kind of a pattern to work out. But so far, so good. I love this yarn too. At first, I was very concerned because of how scratchy this felt. I had never used the Lily Sugar and Cream before, but I do watch some other creators that love this yarn, specifically Passionate Kelsey. She uses this on so many projects and had kind of sold me on it. And I like the idea of having this be cotton, and love this color. But when I first started working with it, I was like, oh wow, this is like really, really stiff and scratchy. But the more that I've worked with it, I don't know if I've just gotten used to the texture, or if it just almost kind of needs to be broke in to kind of give you an idea of what I mean. But like this now does not feel like super, super scratchy or stiff. Like it does, hold its shape, but it's not like an unpleasant texture. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Like it is nice. I like this a lot. And this is very appropriate for a bag. And this honestly would be appropriate for so many things, but I'm loving this. Long-winded. So the current row that I'm working on is a row of popcorn stitches, which do take a little while. I'm not the fastest crocheter. I take my time because if I do try to go fast, I tend to either split my yarn or I lose count. And with a pattern like this, keeping count is absolutely essential. So I've been just kind of taking my time. I'm a little over halfway done because there's 8 petals, and I've gotten 4 petals fully, and I've halfway through the 5th petal, so I've got a good ways to go. And then beyond this row, it starts kind of leveling out more into the shape of a bag after this row. This is kind of like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is like the last decorative row, and then we kind of start shaping it into the shape of a bag. Anyway, so I'm going to work on this. I have to make 2 of these panels, which this one has taken me a few days now, but it's only because I've been so busy. I've barely been able to pick this thing up. I usually will pick it up for a few minutes in the mornings and then another few minutes in the evenings because I'm also working on other projects in tandem. So it hasn't got a whole lot of love. I think if I had to actually sit down and count up how much time I've had in this portion so far, I'd say maybe an hour total. Um, so not too bad. I have to work up another one identical to this afterwards. So I feel confident that I can get this done with no problem and plenty of time. But I need to stay on top of stuff and not get too confident with the time we have because we are in December. So I am going to begin working on this. Um, Now, in the month of December, we have, I was talking about it earlier, we have one more event. It'll be our last event until probably March. Here at the store, anyway, we will have other events starting back up in February. But as far as here at our store, our next in person event won't be until March after we get done with our Christmas event. So we're starting to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, even though it brings a sense of relief in one sense because I know I have a little bit of a break to kind of reset myself. It also is kind of sad to see the year end. This is our second year of events here at the market. Um, and yeah, so it's like I enjoy doing them, but at the same time, when we've been really, really busy, it has been a source of stress. Um, 2025 has definitely been the year that I've realized that I um, can easily overextend myself because I not only do the store, we also have events that we run on our property, and I'm also a volunteer with Envision Williamston, and we also both volunteer to work events, and I coordinate a couple of markets for Envision as well. So pretty much every single month we had multiple events going on between all the different entities that we're involved with, and it kept me on my toes. But what I did not like about it was the fact that I pretty much would jump from one event to the next, and I felt like it made my creativity for each event kind of go down a little bit. I was more or less just kind of going through the motions of what I knew needed to be done. And I had a really, really hard time coming up with um, new things, adding new and fun aspects and attractions and everything. I think the um, the Halloween market that we just had at the end of October was probably the one that I was able to put the most creativity into, and it turned out to be a pretty daggum good event. We had a blast. We had live music both days because it was a 2-day event. We had food trucks, really cool like beverage vendors, all kinds of craft vendors. We had games and a costume contest, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But all right, well, I don't want to keep these videos being too long, so I'm gonna hop off here again. I'm gonna work on this and try to finish this row, and then I'll just pop back in here shortly. All right, guys, so it is obviously much later. I am now at home. As you can see, it is dark outside. It is very late, And I'll be uploading this video late again. This may end up being the pattern. These videos just go up at the end of the night. Maybe people will see them the next day, but so is life. So this is the progress. I was just working on this and I wanted to finish the one panel. So this is what it'll look like, and once it's blocked, it'll be kind of more of like a U shape, but you get the general idea. It's kind of flat-ish on top and then round and like kind of a U shape. And then I'll have two of these panels and then straps. So, yeah, I feel good about that. The last time I checked in, I was working on the popcorn stitches, and yeah, this is such a gorgeous pattern. Like I'm moving all around, but you can just see all the different like little intricate details. It's so pretty. Um, anyway, and that is by Periwinkle Crochet. I purchased that file on Etsy, and I can link that below as well in case anybody else wants to make this. But it is absolutely gorgeous. It is it's a fun pattern to work up if you get bored doing the same repetitive pattern. I have some whips that I'm working on that are just full panels of the exact same stitch over and over and over again, which are great for like mindless watching TV. You know, you're just over and over and over again repetitive. You're not really having to count stitches. But if you want something that keeps you on your toes, and you want something that stays interesting, this is perfect because you're constantly having to count those stitches, and each row is different. Each round is completely different. You're doing different stitches, different counts, different numbers. So it definitely keeps you on your toes. And each section is relatively short, so you can kind of work it up. You know, I'll do one section right now, set it down for a little bit, work on something, then I'll do another section, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here, and that way I can finish this video, upload it, and get ready for bed because it is late. And I will see you guys tomorrow.